was pivotal times in my life where people came to me and expressed the importance of faith to keep me on the right track. And that kind of discipline has afforded me now so many wonderful things that I want to share that with people. And I certainly want to help kids avoid making the same mistakes that I made when I was younger. And, you know, it's...
What was the worst thing you did?
Well,
Joy.
you know,
Leave
that's
it up to Joy. You know what? I'm not going to let you
That's
ask
a
that
long
question.
list.
He doesn't
But
have
I
to
think
answer it.
I know, but
You know,
we want to
you
finish
asked
the
her.
work.
you know, we're all works in progress, and we're just trying to do better and be better.
How do you do that?
Prayer.
With the prayer.
Guided
Yeah.
meditations.
What if you don't pray?
Yes, this happened a few weeks ago. Joy Behar continued to mock him. I don't understand why this lady continues to do this. Yesterday, she did something that is going viral on social media. At some point, the producer had to cut it.
Concerned
Yeah,
by.
but
She was
Jesus
really
himself
comparing
did not
him.
run around saying, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah.
Jesus
This
kind of
guy,
did say he was
you're
the
supposed to have a little bit of...
That's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah.
You know what?
No, he did not.
It's
Jesus
been a
was
minute
more
since I
Here's
watched
the
that.
thing. The
Listen,
Pope's
I
got
knew
it.
Jesus,
He's got God behind.
She just said, I knew Jesus.
Jesus was not narcissistic like this guy.
And
But
by
when
the way,
you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism to say it.
Yes, it is.
When you are the Messiah.
I'm going to move this along because this is like, it's too much for me.
It's not a good
Very
strategy
problematic.
to alienate all of these Catholics, a lot of them who voted for him.
there are like a few people on the planet that you shouldn't pick a fight with. I'd say like the Pope, Dolly Parton, like maybe the Dalai Lama. Like, there's a few people that's so beloved.
You know what? I would add one more.
Yes.
The View.
Thank you. I realize this isn't really the focus of the issue with this tweet, which was ultimately taken down, and he very rarely takes tweets down.
Yeah.
What stood out to me is when he was posting it. So he posted a series of tweets between 12:43 a.m., 2:35 a.m., 2:38 a.m.
Yes, before we go into this full video, first take a look at what Rally Games sent out. These conversations happen as a result of what Trump put out the other day.
President of the United States is upset with me. Let's talk about it. I know you guys saw the post. The AI-generated photo posted to President Trump's Truth Social account depicting him as Christ healing someone. This was me, a lifelong Bible-believing Christian conservative this morning when I saw the post. Like, come on, President. I love the president. I support the president. I'm always in his corner. I think he's like a master troll, if you will. But for the life of me, I just can't understand why he would post something like this. So I took to my X account and I said, two things are true. Number one, a little humility would serve President Trump well. And second, God shall not be mocked. And not even within 12 hours, it has like 5 million views. The comments were filled with people calling me a rhino and a grifter and a liberal, a closeted liberal who's trying to destroy President Trump. Which those people aren't even worth responding to because normal people don't think like that. People who are not chronically online. But anyways, the president ended up taking down the Truth Social post with the image. Later that day, a White House reporter asked President Trump, did you delete the post because of critics like Riley? And he responded back by saying this. I didn't listen to Riley. He then goes on to say he's not even actually that big of a fan of me. I could have told you this morning when I posted that. That would be the Trump response. Following his comments, I have had a plethora of reporters from left-wing media outlets reach out to me for comment, trying to bait me into saying something bad about President Trump because he doesn't like me. Newsflash, I don't do what I do or say what I say to be liked. If that were the case, I would stick behind the slogan of trans women are women. I do what I do and say what I say because I have moral conviction, which seems to be a foreign concept to some people. Here's my response to the reporters from CNN, ABC, CBS. I love the president, and I am so grateful and glad that he is in the Oval Office.
Yes, I believe you've seen what she said on that clip. When you take a look at this, Joy Behar claimed Jesus never said he was the Messiah, then caused it for Jesus to call himself that. Here is a prime example of blasphemy for all those confused about what blasphemy truly is. You know, when you take a look at what she did here, and some of the crew were not happy, they struggled to actually correct her. There are certain things this lady would do. I would think, is she okay? Is she even understanding what she's doing? If you look at the first video, you can clearly see that how can you go, oh, How do you do that? Asking intimate kind of questions for that this man to speak up. Whoopi had to stop her. Like, no, we can't go there. That should tell you a lot. These kind of people should not be on air. Yeah. I have seen this over and over, and sometimes it's becoming like
continue to support him and the America First agenda. At the end of the day, I do nothing for the approval of man, no matter who that man is, including the president. Our main purpose on this earth is to glorify the Lord, our creator, our savior, in everything that we do. That Truth Social post missed the mark. It's now deleted. Amazing. We are imperfect people. I know I am an imperfect person. I do not get my feelings hurt easy. And again, I know with the president, it's not personal. We've had our tiffs before. I just know that I want to spend eternity in a very real place called heaven. And I would love for the president to be there as well. Like one old big eternal party in the clouds. Jesus is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. I am going to keep doing my part by speaking the truth and doing my best to lead people to Christ. And supporting the America First agenda, which in turn means supporting President Trump.
not end there. A lot of people started calling her gifter. Oh, she's a gifter. She's a grifter. You know, when you take a look at this tweet someone sent out, Republicans endorsed Ron DeSantis over Donald Trump in 2024 gov primary and got paid for it. Now that Trump got men out of women's sport, she has less opportunity to use his administration victory for clout, so she is reverting to her old ways. Many such cases. Okay, they had to bring tweet of her endorsing Ron DeSantis, which I don't even want to go into that. People have right to choose who they believe in. At some point, she realized like, oh, maybe Trump is a real good person. That she, and for a very long time, I've seen her, you know, with Trump on the podium, even during the campaign period. And now this has caused this situation, like you're seeing here. Now going back into cackling the view, they get crazy every single day. It doesn't get better with these people.
You became very vocal and spoke about being in the world of Hollywood and how hard it can be to stand firm in your beliefs.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, and what advice do you have for people, young adults who feel like they don't fit in, maybe because of their faith, and they're ashamed to voice it?
Well, I don't think you should be ashamed to voice who you are and what your beliefs are, for sure. But I also don't.
In a world where it's not cool.
Well, it really depends on what world you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I live in Nevada now, and the church is packed with people, and nobody wears masks, and people are kind of singing together and hugging and sharing. When they offer a peace offering to each other, they're hugging and shaking hands. But really, it just depends. I never wanted to deny it. People just started asking me, what works for you? What do you kind of credit your success? And I was like, well, I've been very fortunate. I grew up in the real world. I got into a lot of trouble when I was younger. It's a very pivotal, there was pivotal times in my life where people came to me and expressed the importance of faith.
That is it. I don't want to prolong the video. My chicken behind is disturbing. At some point, when you take a look at how these people always trick, to just cause controversy over nothing, you will see the kind of question they post out. If you watch this video to the end, you might realize something. This Joy Behar is known for this kind of thing. That is what I've noticed. Please, they don't recommend videos on this channel. I'm begging you, please, share out the clips. It is extremely difficult to put videos and you don't get views, but I will not stop. Even a single person is watching me. We will continue to update you.
So people are outraged.
If you let go of your attachments, I'm pretty sure by now you've seen